move number 3, building the right team of people around you. You touched on that a little bit of who do you need is critical to success. And I think a lot of new entrepreneurs, usually they're kind of solo entrepreneurs, but you still have your network, you have people that you need and people that you interact with, and building that team of people that can support you, but also help you through mentoring or, just filling in some of the gaps in your experience. Creating a good team around you is very vital. So what types of people would you suggest new entrepreneurs build their initial teams with when they're starting out? What kind of team members, who should they be looking for to kind of help them grow and get to the next level?
So I'll be talking about coaches, but if you're not a coach, this would apply to you just as much. The first person that you need is an assistant. This person is not somebody who's going to solve all of your problems, but it's somebody who's going to be a copied version of you, duplicated in different places, doing the things that they could do and you no longer have to do, which means it's going to free your time to do other important things. So maybe it's somebody who manages your social media platforms. Maybe it's somebody who manages your customer service, the emails, handling the tech, building the website, building the graphics, and editing the videos, and all of the things that they need to get done, but they're not super important for you to do. Probably the virtual assistant, if you get somebody who's majored in graphic design or video editing or social media, they can probably do a better job than you can. So it makes sense to give them the task that, number one, you don't like and you really want to get rid of. You just, let them do it. And also the task that other people are more qualified to do rather than you. So that's the first person I always tell my clients and myself to get. And that was my first hire as well, virtual assistant. Once you have 1, 2, 3 virtual assistants where they do different things or they manage all of the business, usually you don't need more than 2, but hey, if you want to go more than that, that's completely fine. Another type of person that you need is in a leadership role, where instead of you having to manage all of these different virtual assistants, you would get a manager, somebody who would manage these virtual assistants, and the only person you have to deal with is this one person. So if you want to imagine, so this is you, this is the other person that I have to deal with, and these are all of the different people inside your company or inside your team. Imagine if this person wasn't here and you had to communicate between all of these people. It would be a nightmare to try to manage everybody, to help them as much as you possibly can so they can perform effectively. So first, you need to build the small branches over here, the team members who are going to get their job done, the things that you don't want to do. Then you need an executive or somebody who's going to manage all of these people. And this person reports to you, you manage them, you tell them what you want, and they make it happen. And that's super, super crucial. But that comes much, much later once you have 2, 3, or 4 people inside the team. And usually when I tell my clients, like, if you're looking to hire somebody, don't hire based on technical skills, hire based on core skills and attitude. Because one of the things that you can't change is who they are. If they're really motivated, if they really work hard, if they're in it to win it, if they're in it to grow and kind of contribute to the company, and they really stand behind the vision of the company, then you have a winner. But if somebody doesn't have that, they could have all of the skill in the world. But if they don't have the right attitude and work ethic and actually put in the work to get the results, then you have a loser right there. So what you want to do is, number one, focus on who you're getting rather than what kind of skills they bring into the table. Once you have the who figured out and you have the right person in front of you, what you want to have is the skills that you cannot teach them. Because a lot of times when you're a solopreneur, you have a lot of different skills. There are a lot of things that you're already doing at a really good level. Those things, maybe it's building a website through ClickFunnels or QuickConvert or whatever other platform that is just drag and drop. That's a platform that anybody can learn within a week or 2 weeks. So that shouldn't be a required skill. But maybe designing graphics or video editing, that's not something you can learn in a week. It would take a long time, and you may not be able to teach them how to do it. So maybe that's a core skill they should have. But the other skills that they can learn in a short time, or you can teach them, ignore them, because you can always train your team and level them up. So focus on them having the skills that you cannot give them, or the skills that would take years in order for them to develop, And also look at what kind of people they are and what kind of motivations they have and what they want to achieve. So you got to take a look at who they are. The other part of hiring people is the mindset of you're not their boss, you're not hiring them, they're pretty much hiring you. So in my company, all of my employees, they are my boss, and I just work to make their life even easier. Number one mission in my life is to make sure that my employees, they're happy, whether it's in their personal life or in their professional life, whatever it is. What can I do to make sure they're happy? Because if they're happy and everything is going well in their life, their performance is going to be high, which means the company and my business is going to do well.
Yeah.
Number two is, what can I do to make their workflow even easier, more efficient, and even better? So I'm always constantly thinking, what can I do to help them, instead of thinking, what can they do to help me? And once you have that mindset, whether it's with the teammates, whether it's new relationships with other people, you're going to win every single time, because you're always going to optimize the relationship to get the maximum win for both parties. So that's the mindset that you got to have. But mainly just go for somebody that you can hand off the things that you don't want to, and then look for leadership roles inside the company to manage everybody else.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Freeing up you to handle things that are uniquely that you're capable of, and not taking your time to do some of the other stuff that maybe someone can do better, or you don't you prefer not to do. So really good advice there for sure.